Now, for the global entertainment and culture news, Judita Da Silva joins us live from London. Hello, Judita. Whether it evening there, whether it's on the football pitch to the turf of culture and entertainment, there is stiff competition between Nigeria and South Africa. We hope that the Super Eagles win tomorrow. But let's talk music, because now Tyla has for the second time beat Nigerian stars at the MTV Video Music Awards that took place over the weekend. Tell us about this.
I'm telling you this, we're going to just have to fight. We just have to call the South Africans, find a field and fight. Because, so this is a thing, it's an interesting one. So the Video Music Awards, it's the big thing that happens every year, because there's the European Music Awards and the VMAs. The VMAs happens in America, and it's the one everyone wants to win. Because if you think back to the years gone by and the times of Prince and Madonna and Michael Jackson, this is what celebrated what MTV was all about. Music television brought the visuals of entertainment through music. The Afrobeats category is new. I think it's now in its third year, and it's seen Rema won the inaugural year with Calm Down with Selena Gomez, and then Tyla won it with Water, and then she's now won it again. And it's got people kind of having a debate that's kind of been bubbling around this figure of Tyla for pretty much of this year. But when you look at the competition she had, when you look at the fact that it's the Video Music Award, her push to start video is very typical of Tyla, because Tyla is an artist that many critics or analysts have said that she leads with visuals, followed by the music. So if anyone is going to dominate when it comes to Video Music Awards, it would be Tyla.
Absolutely, leading with visuals and then the music. I mean, that's really interesting. Then there's that other debate, Judita, around Afrobeat and Afrobeats. And now when Amapiano is being categorized under Afrobeat, I mean, it just beats the imagination. Now, looking at Tyla's career thus far, winning a Grammy and winning the prestigious awards, can she continue this momentum?
Okay, that point you made is actually very important, because when you look at the categorization of music, one of the points that have come up is that, first of all, she's South Africa's champion Amapiano. Should the VMAs really lump all African music into one category? No, they shouldn't, but at least it's a step in the right direction that it is being recognized as that there is a body of music coming out of the African continent. Then this is the other thing that's happened with Tyla. She's very contentious on this side of the Atlantic, in the UK and also particularly in America, because she's had some social missteps. And there was an interview she did on The Breakfast Club where she was asked about something she said about being colored. And when Charlemagne the God, a very famous personality on The Breakfast Club, asked her the question, the first thing she did was look at her PR instead of just answer the question. That was kind of a slow degeneration when it came to opinion, because to Americans that have this history of racial tension, to have someone who's representing the continent of Black people not be able to answer a question like that and look to her white representation before she does it, they didn't like that. The music itself, since Water, she hasn't had a single as big, which is making people think that it was a fluke, because everything else she's released since then sounds more like a hybrid of R&B as opposed to truly African music. And so people say, had an Ira Star been given the kind of push that is going behind Tyla, we wouldn't have these questions around identity. So then we think to ourselves that, again, like you said, should a South African star of ethnic ambiguity be the true representation of Africa? Who knows?
Who knows?
Good question. Judita, let's move on now. I mean, Pope Leo has canonized his first saints, and one of them, drums roll, was a 15-year-old boy. So the world now has its first millennial saint.
This is amazing, because it's the first time he's done a canonization, and there were two people. First of all, this young boy who died of leukemia at the age of 15. And what qualified him for it, he was meant to get this canonization back on April 27th, but Pope Francis died on April 21st, so it was suspended. And what he did is that he taught himself a lot of computer coding and then built websites which he used to spread his faith. And so it's kind of this hybrid of the digitized Gen Z generation, combining that with true faith. And then there was the other gentleman that was canonized, who was died in 1925. He was only 24 years old, and he was canonized for the work he did to help the needy. And this two very young people being made saints is kind of indicative of what Pope Leo said, where you should use your lives to be masterpieces and advocate for doing something higher, something greater. And because you are young people, that it isn't an excuse. Even being young, you can make a difference, you can make an impact, you can make a change and truly serve in a special way. So it's very remarkable.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, you can do more when you're young. You know, when the enthusiasm, energy, and all of that is still there. So what exactly is the significance of having a child saint? I mean, now that she's on the same level of immortal importance as the likes of Mother Teresa.
Absolutely, because when we think about Mother Teresa or Saint Francis of Assisi, there's this level of like pseudo deity about them. Having someone this young, what you're doing is what the church is struggling against, which is bringing young people back to the church at a point where globally, socially, there is a crisis around young people. Having someone like Saint Carlo Cuti is just going to be such a great thing for the church, because it's showing that, first of all, he's been canonized for doing work in the digital era. He's young. This is a boy, British-born Italian. It's saying all the things that speak to the youth of today can qualify you to doing something through faith that can change lives.
Very well, then. Let's quickly move to movies if we have the time. Yes. BFI have revealed their lineup for this year's London Film Festival, and you were at the announcement. So what are the highlights people can look forward to, Judita?
Yeah, so there was a press conference at South Bank. I will say this very quickly. 249 films across 79 countries, and there's going to be lots of great gala events. Particularly, people are looking for the return of Daniel Day-Lewis. He's starring in a film directed by his son. He will do a screen talk. There will also be films but like Bugonia and Yorgos Lanthimos will do a screen talk. So this is looking like it's going to be a very important year, because it's seeing great filmmakers, Oscar filmmakers, not only showcase their new films, but talk about what went into making them.
Yes, indeed. When you consider from Cannes to Venice to TIFF and then the London Festival, definitely this year has a lot of, it's going to be another competitive year of films in award season.
Absolutely. I mean, and just get ready for, you're going to get sick of just seeing my face when it comes to award season. You know that.
Not just your face, Judita. Not just your face. The outfit, the red carpet interviews, always a delight. Yes.
Always. Yes.
I will be on you like a rash. You won't be able to get rid of me. So I'm just getting you ready with festival season. Get ready for it.
Right. Judita, is this where we have to say thank you very much for always joining us? We look forward to more conversations. Of course, Judita da Silva, Arise correspondent in London.